And I tell you, one big thing I had to learn about private money up front, and I'll turn it back over to you, Cameron and Anthony. One thing I had to learn is the difference between borrowing private money and going to the local bank is, in this world, we do not ask for money. They say, Jay, how do you have $8.5 million of private money to fund your real estate deals and you don't ask? Here's the secret sauce right here. And the secret sauce is you put on your teacher hat, which says private money teacher. You put on your teacher hat and you teach people that how they can earn these high rates of return safely and securely. You know, I didn't have one, we don't have one of our private lenders right now, of our 47 private lenders, that ever heard of private money or private lending. You know, the traditional way to borrow money is you go to the bank, you get on your hands and knees and put your hands underneath your chin. You say, please fund my deal. And you got to apply and you got to have a credit score. It's the totally opposite of that in this world. You see, we don't ask for mortgages, we offer mortgages. So there's more nuances to that. But that's how I got into this. And as you can tell, I'm still excited about it.
Yeah, man, I love that, Jay. There's a lot there. Let's start to unpack this. One of the things that I heard you say is, correct me if I'm wrong, is that kind of your first go around, you raised over $2 million. Is that right?
In 90 days. And
wow.
The point of that is, you know, I didn't go around chasing, begging, selling, persuading, trying to talk anybody into loaning me money. We lead with, the reason this works is we lead with education. None of my 47 private lenders ever heard of private money until I shared it with them. And so I didn't run around town trying to find people. I just started sharing it. And of course, there's nuances to that as to how you start sharing and how do you start a conversation with somebody without ever feeling like you're having to sell anybody on anything.
So that was going to be my question is when you're out there talking to somebody, what makes those, what makes it attractive? What are you telling them? Hey, I can get you a higher rate of return, or what's the message that you're telling someone?
Yeah. So here's part of the secret sauce as to how to get your deals funded without ever asking for money. Here's the secret. You know, desperation has got a smell to it. And one of the worst times and most stressful times you can have in trying to raise private money is when you need it for a deal. That's stress. I mean, hey, look, these gurus going around town, I know you all have heard it. I just want to throw up. They'll say, oh, just get the deal under contract. The money will show up. I know you all have heard that. I know you've heard it. Just get the deal under contract, the money will show up. And I want to say, where? Where is the money going to show up? Is it just going to like rain out of a cloud? Now, if you're wholesaling and you got a buyer's list of real estate investors that can take your deal down, that's a different story. But I'm talking about making offers on deals that you plan on staying in the deal. That's why I say the money comes first. So we separate, back to your question, how do we do this? We separate the activities. This is a writer downer right here. We separate the conversations of teaching, there's the key word, teaching our program, the private lending program, to potential private lenders that might be interested in getting higher rates of return safely and securely. And then the other conversation that we separate from that one, once they say, hey, I love this program, you know, I got a couple $100,000 sitting over there in a 401k that ain't doing me nothing. Well, then I'll introduce them to the self-directed IRA company that I recommend. So once they're ready to go, they've told me how much money they want to invest, how much they want me to put to work. I say, great. Now, this is key. I say, great. I'll go put your money to work for you just as soon as possible. I'll let you know when we've got a deal for you to fund. So there's the separation. You got the teaching, they're in, here's how much I got. You know, put this money to work for me. And by the way, if they're using retirement funds and they never heard of self-directed IRAs and you told them about it and they move their funds over to a self-directed IRA account or a company, they're not making any money until you put their money to work.
You want to see the entire episode? Click here. If you want to learn how investors use infinite banking to increase their returns and lower their taxes, click here. If you want to see if infinite banking is for you and you have some questions, hop on a discovery call with us and one of our coaches. The link for that will be in the description.